Hold me, please, in your arms. Remind me how a heart beats. Let me please feel your touch. Show me how your love is. Hi, this is Bokan here at Songwriting Anatomy, and today we are going to be writing a song from start to finish, all the way from scratch, zip, nothing, to finish. And what do I mean by finish? Well, throughout the course of this video, I'm going to be sharing mindset tips, concepts, and process, right? So the first concept is songwriting in an essence. Many people confuse the creation of songs and box it into one thing when it has a lot of different components. Like there's songwriting, there's composing, and there's producing. And all three, they work together to create the song, right? So songwriting is the lyrics, composing is the instrumentals and everything to do with that, drumming, instrumental, everything, instrumentals. And producing is putting it all together, using the equipment, and having it stream ready, professionally done, and then available on all streaming platforms, or that's releasing it, right? So by finish, what I really mean is we're gonna finish the song writing part of the whole song creation process. We're not going to be composing, neither are we going to be producing. We're only going to be getting down to the lyrics. Why? Because each and every part of the music creation process has expertise. A songwriter is an expert. A composer is an expert. A producer is an expert. You try to do all three, you're going to be missing somewhere. But you need all three to create the song that you listen to. All right? But what we have to do is focus on the craft of a specific expertise. And in this session, it's going to be songwriting. So the first tip I would like to give, I think it's very important. I think it's very, very, very important, is on mindset. And it's every song you write needs to be written with the intention to be released. And of course, it sounds obvious. So like, why would you write a song if you're not going to release it? Of course, like why are you sitting down in the first place to write it if you're not going to release it? But it goes more nuanced than that, because sometimes you'd be like, okay, I'm gonna write 10 songs and release one, shelve the 9 because they're not good enough. I'm going to write 50 songs and release 5 or 10, and there are other 45 or 40, shelve it in the vault because they're not good enough. Every song, I make it a point, every song that I write from start to finish, I intend to release it 100%. So what that does is it increases the value of the session. Now you're not playing around. Now you're not just messing around. Of course, it's, you can chill, and it's vibes. You're having fun, or you're releasing. you know, You're doing math. Although math is also released for some people, or work is also released for some people, but it makes the session more serious. And just because we're writing a song doesn't mean we're not serious. This is serious business. So when I'm writing, I know that what I'm about to do here is serious business, and I'm going to release it eventually. When that eventually comes, you know, you know. But yeah, have the mindset of what I'm about to write, I intend to release it. Otherwise, you don't really feel obligated to finish what you're writing. You don't really feel obligated to take it seriously. So then you start to write, and then you quit on it, and you start another one, and then you start another one, and then you start another one, and then you start another one, and you have, before you know it, you have a whole lot of unfinished songs, and it's a, it's not good. Like once you get into that habit, it can't, it's not a very good habit. So you write to finish, and writing to finish means you write with this strong intention to release. All right, all right. I actually have too much to say. um Second concept, and actually no, this is a mindset. It's very helpful to know why you're writing the song. Not why, no, not why you're writing it down or creating it. No, you need to know what's the purpose of it. Do you mean it to be a single? Is it an album song, like you're writing an album and it's an album song? Because a single and an album song are two different things. I'll break them down in another video. But why are we writing this in the first place? That you need to have a good idea. Is it going to be maybe not a single, just a warm-up song, or a song to keep, feed the streets, or a start of some era? Have a reason. Just have a reason. Writing with the intention to finish, and having a reason for the purpose of the song. You see where we're going with this? Now, before we even put down the pen to write, we're already in that mindset of, okay, we're about to do something. We're about to engage in something really meaningful. So the likelihood of finishing it is very, very high, because now we know, okay, I really intend to finish this and release it, number one. And now we know, okay, the purpose of the song I'm right now is an album song, meaning that I'm going to allow myself to infuse personal context in the song, because the majority of singles that do blow up in general, when you look at the world and the world of music, they're more universal. They have as little personal context as possible. So the song applies to the masses, is easier to listen to, and therefore that makes it a hit single. But this is not what we're going to be attempting here. It's very important to know the difference, because then we know what we're writing. Are we writing an album song, or are we trying to write a single? And then that's going to inform the mindset or the techniques that we're going to use in the songwriting process. Right. Right. Yeah. So this will be an album song. The funny story is, about 7 months ago, 8, 9 months ago, I started writing this album, and I titled it Nowhere. Right. And I actually had the idea of, okay, kind of doing something like this, kind of follow along, right, right in the album. So for some reason, I scrapped that idea, and I was just like, I'm just going to write the album, you know. So I got about seven songs in, so 7 songs into Nowhere. And then I stopped writing that album to write another one. uh, to write another one. And I finished that one. So now I am going back to that one. I can't name the other one, but I'm coming back to the album Nowhere, which is what I was intending to record myself writing it, like from start to finish, because it's fun. It's really fun to write an album start to finish. The way I write it is one song after song after song after song after song until completion. And I can't wait to show you guys how to do that. But I was 7 songs into the album, and I'm reviewing the album. I'm like, but the 3 songs after are they're messing up the storyline. The storyline is kind of messed up. It's all over the place. Yeah, how did we get from those first 4 songs to this new to this place, the arc, the storyline? And I was just like, I should kind of not scrap the songs. No, those songs I must put them somewhere, maybe down further into the album, or take them out completely of the album. And then that's when I started thinking about, okay, I have 4 songs. I'm 4 songs into the album right now. So what I'm about to write now is the fifth. It's the fifth, right? And that's my purpose of sitting here to write it. And I was kind of debating in my mind, like, no, maybe this is too important to put on YouTube. Like, why don't you just go to the studio, record the whole thing, but you have to build the career first and blah 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 blah. Let me just write it. Let me just write it here, and also show the process, show the techniques, the thought process, as I just mentioned, the tactics, everything to do with the intricacies of songwriting that I've learned over the past 5 years. And now I have to give a backstory. Now let's write the song first. This is my favorite sight to see. We just have a blank paper. So I just want to share a tactic before I start writing. I always have to get started on my time tracker. So I'm going to press my time tracker to record when I start writing and when I finish the session. Sometimes I don't finish. Only sometimes I don't finish the song. but most of the time I actually do finish. So then I started, and when I'm done, I press it, I stop it. And yeah, usually takes me an hour and a half to write it. My longest session this year has been 7 hours. That was not one song. I think it was three. Wrote all night. 120 hours this year. 128 hours this year so far. 2025, 275 hours. 2024, 200 hours. So it's all about the hours, right? Somebody can say, I've been writing songs I've been a songwriter for the past 5, 10 years. But when you actually pinpoint how much time they spend, pen on paper or finger on notes on phone or any means of writing, they don't know. They actually don't know. But they've been doing it for 5, 10 years. But they don't know how much of their time actually went to the thing. It's called deliberate practice. A deliberate practice in this case, but deliberate action, right? So I want to know, with my pen on the paper, how long have I actually been doing this? And if you're a beginner, you use the time tracker. By the 100th hour, you're pretty neat. You're pretty neat, you know. Or you're at least competent by 100 hours. But if you're a beginner, there's also things that you have to do initially. And that's another video for another day. It's a good idea. So I'm pretty sure you're screaming at me, it's like, dude, this dude won't stop talking. Write the damn song. Okay, we're going into it. We're going. I just have to make some coffee first. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you can't be writing no song without no coffee. No, come on, you see that? Yes. This is very important for the song. 100%. This is very important for the song. Oopsie. This is actually also very important. So because I had to make that coffee over there, and it took me 7 minutes of my writing time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete that shit. And when I actually start, that's when I'm gonna start it, because that 7 minutes, it don't count. There was nothing being written in that 7 minutes. So that's very important. This phone needs to charge. So I'm gonna put that on the charger. Before I put this thing on the charger, there's one more thing I need from it, and it's a voice memo. Today is the what's today's date? Today is the 8th of July. 8th of July, right? So another tip, if you're a song, well, I'm not sure this is a tip, but if you're a songwriter, singer-songwriter, and you don't have a voice memo app with hundreds of singing ideas and whatnot and blah, 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 then you playing. We all got this. If you don't got this, you have to question your life decisions. You're forcing it. But the earliest idea of this one came on the 6th of July, and we just saw that it's the 8th of July. So that's just, and how many seconds? It's 24 seconds. It's very embarrassing. I'm not gonna play it. It's in the car. I was in the car, and I just like, okay, maybe I should record this before I forget it. And yeah, so that's, I think I had two, three lines at most, but I should play it. But no. Let's just write it. The camera's working and all of a sudden I forget everything. Like I forgot this, the idea of the song title. I forgot them two lines. Phone is way too far. Very comfortable right now. I don't want to walk all the way there to get it. Um, so yeah, how do you feel about seeing a blank page or seeing an empty notes app? Because you write on you can write on your phone, PC. Some people don't even bother. They just go in the studio and just blah blah. Or yeah, the page needs to be filled. The page is going to be filled in the next hour and a half. And I like this one. I know that I'm gonna like it. It's just that now that the camera's in my purview, my conscious, sort of blanking out. Hold me, please, in your arms. Remind me how a heart beats. Yeah. This is what I got. Four lines. Hold me, please, in your arms. Remind me how a heart beats. Let me be in your arms. Remind me how your love feels. So, I'm happy with these two, and I've decided, okay, this will be the chorus. Ugh, let me not do it like that. Let me maintain my handwriting. So I've decided, okay, these two lines I'm happy with, but these two lines I'm not so happy with. Why? Because I repeat this and it feels redundant. It doesn't build it up. So another concept here is sometimes the lines have to build up emotional charge. So if it doesn't build up emotional charge and I just land on the same place, then there's no emotional charge. It feels just like a letdown. It feels like I was expecting something, but it didn't come. So, um, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change this. So, hold me, please, in your arms. Remind me how a heart beats. Let me be in your arms. See that it doesn't feel like it's taking me somewhere, so I'm gonna change. I need to change that. I like the last line. So, as I said, I am happy with the first two lines. First two lines. So then what I did was I changed the last two. I changed the last two. So let me be in your arms. I changed that to let me please feel your touch. And I did say I like I like the last one, but since I brought feel the word feel in the third line, it's gonna be weird to say it again in the fourth line. So now I have to change the fourth line as well. So then I did that. So I did that. First, I wrote "Remind me what your love is," and then it still feels redundant. I mean, it's repetitive, yes, but I don't want it to become annoying. So the way to kill something becoming annoying is you take out some of the redundancy. So I take out two reminds. I'm like, no, I am not gonna do this again. I'm not gonna do this again. So I put show me how, and then your love is. So then it reads, hold me please in your arms, remind me how your heart beats. Remind me how a heart beats. Let me please. That signals desperation. I mean, if you say, let me please, desperation. Feel your touch. So that I'm building emotional charge with that because, of that desperation. And then show me how your love is. Boom. And then we go to the next. So I use questions to inform the next line and the next sections. All right. So if I'm struggling with, okay, what's the next section or what's the next sort of lines, I have to look at the previous lines and see what questions they bring up. So if I look at the last line over here, I see, show me how your love is. There has to be a reason why or the narrator, in that case me, is saying all of this, and the natural question is why. So I have why written over here, and then why prompts because, right? So yeah, why. And why I wrote because, so this because is going to inform my next lines, which I believe will still be part of the chorus. So now I have to ask myself, why? Why though? Why must you, well, if I'm speaking from the narrator, why must you show me what your love is? What am I missing? Because of what? Um, because, ah, I know. So, because I started with remind me how your heart beats, I'm going to bring this remind and I'm going to let it inform the second part of the chorus. And the key word is going to be forget. Why? Why remind? Because I forgot. So, yeah. because, well, we'll just say cause, stylistic and syllables. Forget. Forget what? See, it's all a series of questions. Why? Because I'm starting to forget. Now, we're asking, well, forget what? What are you forgetting? Forget how it was when we began. Oh, yes. Because I'm starting to forget how it was when we began. See, it's not always a perfect rhyme. That G serves its purpose. So, because I'm starting to forget how it was when we began. Okay. Okay. So, how was it like when we began? Because that would be the next question. Because this answer the question, how it was when we began. How was it like? Well, off the record, um, I guess it didn't feel so lonely. um, yeah, that's actually very perfect. So we write that. Hypo. There we go. Yeah. Because I'm starting to forget what, how it was when we began. Well, how was it like? What was it like? How so? Better question. Well, it didn't feel so lonely. What's the next? What's the next question? Is the next question the next question? Well, the next question is so what? Like, so what? And it didn't feel so lonely, so what? So what? Well, mm, well, well, I need you to be here, actually. Yeah, it didn't feel so lonely, so what? What must be done? Well, I need you to be here. Well, here doing what? Mm, well, for one, don't talk from all like I don't want you to talk from over there. Don't talk from over there. Over there is the distance, right? So we started with hold me please in your arms, which is well, intimacy and closeness. Well, you can't see what I'm writing. Closeness, intimacy and closeness. So, and here we've come to mention the problem. Over there is distance. So don't talk from over there, distance. What's the solution to the problem is what we stated in the first line of the chorus, which was simple, quite simple. And you're just going to love this, because this please, that please, and this please, I'm bringing it down to here, all the way here. Come over there. I'm gonna say here, because it's distance. So I want you from there to here, come here. And obviously, we're going to rhyme. This is 3-bar, three lines, right? 3-line chorus. So this would be a 4 lines. So we go from 4 to 3, 3. And so at the end of the last 3, lonely, please come here, and of course. And that would be the chorus. Let's have a progressive report, if you will. Hold me, please, in your arms. Remind me how a heart beats. Let me please feel your touch. Show me how your love is, 'cause I'm starting to forget how it was when we began. It didn't feel so lonely. I need you to be here. Don't talk from over there. Please come here and hold me. Why do I feel like I need another chorus? Like a chorus following this section? Nah, it's fine. We'll leave it like that. We can leave it like that. So, that's the chorus done. And it took me a lot longer than I thought. Mainly because I had to write down everything I was sub-vocalizing, all the questions, all the thought processes. And yeah, that was a brutal, lengthy process to do all of that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to finish the song by myself and then write down everything I'm thinking on the page that I'm writing it on, or another page. I'll figure it out. But like, no, this is not sustainable. It's messing up my time tracking. So when I'm done, I'll explain everything when I'm done. And this video is getting a little bit too long, so I'm gonna end it over here, and then in the next part, then we'll show you everything that is done. But it's a bye for now. If you want to follow on, do me a favor, do us a favor, subscribe, and then yeah, we'll take it from there. Ciao.